Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. So Michigan's offense comes on the field first today. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. Press coverage now from the secondary. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Can he get there on the ground? They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Boy, an opportunity by this defense. They get him to third down. They hold up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. With the catch, it's Lyons.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The Wolverines bring their punt team onto the field. And this one down about the 10. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Snags a quick throw. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And the Wolverines come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. They'll have to throw it here on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. The defense stops him there on the scramble close to the goal line, but not in. That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 5 now. And he drops back in the gun. And it's picked off in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points. At the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a 1st down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the single back takes the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
The ball is picked off. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Dull. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines are looking to keep this drive going. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Running past the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
On 1st down, it's play action. Defense is coming after him. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the 2nd period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark into that opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back. It's Carr. The pass rush closing in. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll take a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Wolverines looking to run some tempo here. Second down, looking to throw it. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Breaking tackles. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Same tailback, another carry. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another first down. Seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big offensive linemen opening up those holes.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Carr. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
And the single back takes the handoff. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long, and here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Here we go on 4th down. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Irish.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open score. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Caught over the middle. It's Doe. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the Wolverines looking to use the up-tempo offense here. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. First down at 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the catch. It's Sampson. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the protection breaks down yet again. Another sack. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's a quick grab. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the second time. And this is an ugly shank. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Looking for a gap. It's Williams. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for first down. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Looking to throw it on first down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. This one is broken up. Ball's incomplete. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Incompletion makes it second down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Takes it inside the 40. Big gain, moves the ball into enemy territory. They'll spot it down near the 31. Notre Dame getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, Not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The Irish offense comes up here on 1st and goal. Looking for some space. It's Williams. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Looks like one more play here before halftime. And they're trying to punch it in here. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Turn starts inside the 15. And the returner is tackled as time expires here in the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Testing the right side here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Go.
He's not going to get the first down. It's
Hell no. I'm going for it.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision on 4th down.
He did.
You could have blocked.
A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Grab down the middle. It's Dull. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's 3rd down and short. Looking to pick up the first down through the air.
He catches? Oh, my God.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Sampson. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And tackled after a small pickup there. Here's the second down play. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Wow, damn.
Just a short pickup. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Running back has it on the screen now.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. On the ground, it's Williams. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day. And the
Oh, fucking
that's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. No huddle now for the offense. They'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And they've got him. The defense makes a big play in the last play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up. So So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. Pretty good chance it's going to come down to the final possession. Which guy can step up and make plays at the end of the fourth quarter? After the sack on first down, it's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Lions. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Shotgun formation here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket now. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Knocks this one right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Get off me.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A handoff to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's on the run. Launches deep.
Dude, why are you throwing it that short?
Crushing play. He's got some open field ahead. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down. The Wolverines will send the punt team onto the field.
Don't hit him.
And the fair catch, signal for and take it. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Try to run it up the middle, but nothing.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
He's moving out of the pocket.
You gonna sit there and watch me?
He's looking to scramble. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though. It's third down for the offense. Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Are you kidding me?
Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Boy, incredible job here by this
Some
defense
bullshit.
to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they get a chance to
Shut
get
the
back
fuck
in the
up.
game.
What the hell is this? Yeah, we're going to take a look at that.
Second, there's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn.
He still got it. He still got it. Oh, come on.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out. So looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And the Wolverines looking to cash in this red zone trip. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Trying to extend the play.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Hold up front.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after it. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
First and goal here. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
He almost got through.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
That's a good positive gain there on first and goal. And here we go. The closer you get, the tougher it gets to get the ball into the end zone.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here. That run takes it
just don't
across
fumble
the
the ball.
30-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback takes the handoff again. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Single back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45.
Oh.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They're going to run it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.